this Wednesday, the 21st.
Was that from 1946, the case number?
No, it's 24 CF 741. Eddie Hudson, right?
Eddie Hudson.
Eddie Hudson.
So that says, clerk's website says it's on for jury trial review on the 21st.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
She just updated.
Yeah.
Hey,
She's
doing a
good.
great job.
Yeah.
She's on top.
Like it. It's not that.
Don't let it slip by. Go get it. All right. Do you have a case?
Good morning, Your Honor. Lyle Mason, behalf of Jakeem Scott. Your Honor, I was running late, but
I got the message from my judicial
Yeah,
assistant.
sure.
You need to talk to her a little more?
yeah, if there's other cases you could call.
Mr. Harper, come on. Sure.
Judge, I have to make sure in custody now, so if you want me to do that, custody first.
Yeah, I think so. Let these folks get out.
If I can call Monica Arellano, she's number 36 on the docket.
And just FYI for the public defender, we won't be starting all this until this afternoon, if you all want to bust out for lunch or whatever. It's almost 12, so we're going to do Mr. Harper's and maybe Mr. Mason's. So
1:30, Your Honor?
1:30.
Your Honor, Ms. Arellano is for the court on 24 CF 549.
Your Honor, the state this time is gonna, enter a non-process.
Very good. The court will accept the null process. This point will be dismissed. Thank you.
The next case, Judge, is Timothy Blankenship, 23 CF 2351. Judge, he's not present. I have attempted to reach out to him. Have not received a response. What? Blankenship?
Your Honor, the state's requesting papers.
Correlation of octavius.
The next out of custody that I have, Judge, is Jonathan Dawson, number 41 on the docket. He's before the court on 23 CF 1719. Judge, the state and I have been in discussion. I think we're closer to a resolution. If it's possible to bring it back on miscellaneous things, I think we could possibly close this out.
Okay, Madam Clerk, how many do we have in the morning on September 12th and 7th? So that's approximately.
September 12th, there's 13 more in the docket, and September 17th, there's
15. So we'll continue until September 12th, 9/12 and 9 a.m.
The next out of custody that I have, Judge, is Joshua Huerta, number 50 on the docket. He's before the court on 23 CF 1503. He's present and approaching. I think the state, it's Huerta.
Your Honor, the state will be dismissing this case. Mr. Huerta provided proof of a valid driver's license in court.
Very good. The court will accept the dismissal of the case.
The next one I have out of custody is William Kalinowski, number 51 on the docket. Judge, Mr. Kalinowski is before the court on 24 CF 190. At this time, he's going to withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. This will be an adjudication of guilt, 2 years of probation on count 1, 11 months probation on count 2, 11 months and 29 days. Concurrent, $615 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, attending to complete a substance abuse evaluation, any recommended treatments, evaluation within 30 days, treatment within 60, you may approach. Judge, I don't have a score sheet, but I think the state will file one later. This is not, he does not score, and this is not a down charge.
State?
That is the state's agreement.
Very good.
Okay.
Mr. Kalinowski, would you raise your right hand? So you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. Those same terms are in your written plea agreement that I see you sign. So have you read this plea agreement closely and gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into this plea, you're waiving some valuable constitutional rights.
Yes, sir.
You believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, sir.
You're entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on both counts. And as to the count one, possession of controlled substance, the court is sentencing the defendant to 2 years probation. And on count number 2, which is a misdemeanor, 11 months, 29 days probation. They'll run concurrently, so it's a max of 2 years. Standard court costs and public defender fees. As a condition of the probation, you must have a substance abuse evaluation and follow through with any recommended treatment within 30 and 60 days. Any question concerning any of this?
No, sir.
Okay. Good luck. You have 30 days to appeal. I'm sorry.
Oh, they got these. Come and ask you those calls. They got things like that. The next one I have here is Jonathan Wallace, 23 CF 1219, Vice President approaching. Judge, last week I filed a motion to dismiss in this matter. If we can set this for a miscellaneous date, September 17th, I'll get it heard for a hearing before the end of schedule rather. And I'm continuing to negotiate with the state, hopefully we can come to a resolution.
Okay. Continue this matter until September 17th at 9 a.m.
Judge, those are not out of custody. I don't know if you want to proceed to in custody now.
Let's make a little progress and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it should be first.
Judge, this is Mauricio Bonilla, before the court on 20 CF 1558. Judge, this will be a plea. Judge, this time Mr. Bonilla will withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest. This will be a plea to a lesser included offense of felony battery. This will be a withhold adjudication. It will be placed on 5 years probation. It will be assessed all applicable court costs and cannot consume any alcohol during supervision. Judge, if the state can provide discretion later, this is not a downward departure, and he does not score.
It is not a downward departure, that is the state's agreement, and Your Honor, the state has complied with Marcy's law in reference to this plea.
We need to have the statutory cite for the lesser included. Mr. Bonilla, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see you've signed the written plea agreement that contains those same terms. Have you read this closely? You can put your hand up. You read this closely, gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering into this plea, it's to be a final resolution, but you are waiving some valuable legal rights. You understand you've gone over that with your attorney?
Yes.
You understand that by entering into this will be a final resolution.
Yes.
You're entering this freely and voluntarily, nobody threatened or coerced you, did they, to get you to enter into this plea?
No.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. This will be a plea to a lesser included offense of felony battery. The statutory cites in the agreement. And there will be a withhold of adjudication on this charge, and the defendant will be sentenced to 5 years probation. You'll be assessed all applicable court fees, and importantly, it's a little bit unusual, no alcohol during supervision. So for the next 5 years, no alcohol. Can you do that?
I haven't drank for 4 years.
Okay, very good. Okay, good luck. We have 30 days to appeal.
Yeah, just as Elijah Hendershot, number 47 on the docket.
Question?
He's asking if he gets a copy of his plea.
It has to be processed in the court system first, but yeah, if you give me a call like within a week, it'll probably be processed by then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Judge, this is Elijah Hendershot, 23 CF 1967. The state and I are in negotiations. I think that issue here is the victim input as to the proposed resolution. So if we can set this for miscellaneous date in September, in that he's a juvenile, trying to resolve this case quicker than typical, I'm hoping we can come to a resolution.
We'll continue this until 9/17 and 9/9.
Judge, this is Marcus Clark. He's before the court on 23 CF 661. Judge, I was just appointed to a new case that he got last week, 24 CF 872. It's actually an older case, but came through on a warrant. We need to incorporate that into a resolution, but as of right now, he does not score, and I'm hoping that we can get some sort of supervision offer. So I'm going to ask to move this to September, miscellaneous dates, because I would like to resolve it sooner rather than later.
Okay, we'll continue until 9/12 to 9
Thank you, Judge. Judge, this is Jordan Couch, he's before the court on 23 CF 2687. Unfortunately, Mr. Couch has a number of other cases, some of which are still in process of being withdrawn from by the public defender's office. I can't get a consolidated offer at this time, so I'd ask for a full cycle continuance to 10/14.
Very good. We'll continue this till 10, actually it'll be 10/16 in us.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, this is Ricky Fain, he's before the court on 22 CF 1937 and 23 CF 2642. Judge, the state just conveyed to me a counteroffer. I've conveyed that to Mr. Fain. If we can possibly bring him back in September, I'm not trying to overload the miscellaneous docket, and I'm fine with a little bit later in the month, Judge. But I'll continue negotiating with the state to see if we can come to a resolution.
Okay. We've only got 2 dates, 12th and 17th, so I'll give you the 17th. 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, I think this is Dean Pearson. He's before the court on 24 CF 998, 23 CF 2568, 23 CF 1279.
Okay, you come through.
Judge, Judge, Mr. Pearson at this time will withdraw his previously entered plea and enter a plea of no contest to the new charge, as well as admit the violation of probation. This will be an adjudication of guilt. We sentence 6 months to the Okaloosa County Jail, correct for all time served, to run concurrent, assess all applicable court costs, revoke and terminate to supervision in 23 CF 2568 and 23 CF 1279, all costs of judgment. Judge, this is a stipulated downward departure pursuant to a negotiated plea. When we approach, he does score, but I believe the state will provide a score sheet later.
That's correct, Your Honor. This is a downward departure, and the state will provide a score sheet at a later time.
The state's in agreement.
The state is in agreement.
Would you announce the terms, Mr. Parker?
Yes, Judge. It will be an adjudication of guilt, 6 months in the Okaloosa County Jail, correct for time served, to run concurrent, to on all counts and charges.
That's for all the counts?
Yes, Judge. There are a couple misdemeanor counts thrown in there. And then revoke and terminate supervision, all costs of judgment.
Okay. Mr. Pearson, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement,
Yes, sir.
and those same terms are in the written plea agreement that you've signed. So just want to make sure, have you read this closely, gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Well, yeah, he went over with, I was hoping for time served, but kind of trying to get some surgery done for the day. But I agree with everything that he's done. It's just gonna put me off a little bit. I might not be able to get it, so victim, attitude might have to fix my face, but I agree with everything.
Okay. And so you have you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney, by Mr. Hart? And you believe that it's in your best interest, it may not be exactly what you want, but is this plea agreement in your
This
best
is my best
interest?
interest. Yes, sir.
And you're entering this freely and voluntarily, nobody's twisting your arm to get you to enter into this?
No, they beat me up this time, no, sir.
I'm glad to hear that. Okay, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on all charges,
Thank you.
and there are 6 charges. 7 charges. You're getting identical sentence for each of 6 months in the county jail, but you'll get credit for all time served. They'll run together, not stacking them on top of each other, right?
Right.
So the total of 6 months credit for time served. Then you got applicable court costs, any supervision that you're on, any probation, revoke and terminate, ending the probation. When you get out, you're done.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Except, of course, all your costs and fees go to judgment. They always trying to get in your pocket, right?
Yeah, but I'm broke.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Judge, this is Jacob Freeman, before the court on 24 CF 1271. Judge, the state, this was the first time, this is the first cycle, we've been trying to negotiate a resolution. I'm asking if the state could hold their offer to the next pretrial, and that has to continue this to the next pretrial.
The state will leave the offer open.
The court will continue the case until 10/16.
Judge, this is Harold Guerrero, before the court on 24 CF 1353 and 24 CF 1536. We had set this for today to see if we come to a resolution as to 24 CF 1536. But I think locally, if we can just move this to the next pretrial, and hopefully we can get that case resolved, and then we can proceed forward on the remaining.
We'll continue this matter until 10/16. It's a new case.
Thank you, Judge.
So you don't have 6 months. Your Honor, that's about another matter.
I see that, I assumed it was, I didn't assume the worst, but I was a little bit out of place.
She did make an effort to tell me in advance that she would like to do that. This is Michelle Hall, Judge, 24 CF 1352. This will be a plea to a lesser included offense of misdemeanor petty theft. I realize we don't have the citation.
It's 112 for 1 4. It's petty theft, I think it's 1 8, and most of it's first or second degree.
It's gonna be a first degree.
Maybe 1.
Let me check.
Okay, so, Judge, this will be a plea to a lesser included offense of misdemeanor petty theft, the adjudication of guilt, 11 months of probation, $270 in court costs, $150 cost of defense, 10 completed anti-theft class, 24 hours of community service work, no contact with the victim, Jonathan Shelton. You're assigned it. You have to wait for the process. And because, and because this is a plea to a misdemeanor, judge, there is no score sheet approach.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Hall, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you signed. Just want to make sure you read this closely and gone over it in detail with your attorney.
Yes.
You understand that by entering into this plea agreement, there'll be a final resolution in your cases, but you have to waive some valuable legal rights to get you there. You understand that? Right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case. You're waiving all that in order to get a final resolution. You believe that's in your best interest?
Yes.
And you're entering this freely and voluntarily? Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea to a lesser included offense of misdemeanor petty theft. And it's this statutory cites in the agreement, Madam Clerk. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on this lesser included charge. You're sentenced to 11 months, 29 days of probation. $270 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. You must, as a condition of the probation, do your anti-theft class, 24 hours of community service hours, and no contact with Jonathan Shelton. Importantly, no contact is one-sided. So I don't know what the relationship is, but it doesn't matter. You have to stay away from him, even if he reached out to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Very good. Any questions? Okay. Thank you very much. You have 30 days.
Ms. Hall?
Judge, I think I only have a couple left.
Should be 3.
Sure. Jerry Still is next. I'm assuming, 48, document before the court on 24 CF 72. This will be a plea as charged. This is a withhold adjudication, 1 year of community control, followed by 3 years of probation, $515 in court costs, $150 cost of defense. He must obtain a GED or complete 100 hours of community service work within the first 2 years of supervision. This is a little bit of an odd requirement. No trespassing at the Shell gas station at 401 Miracle Parkway for Walton. Complete an anti-theft class. Maintain employment or 2 job applications per week. The state will follow a score sheet later. This is in fact a downward departure and it's a negotiated plea pursuant to negotiations.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hill, how old are you?
21 years old.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
And I see you signed the back of the plea agreement. I just want to make sure, have you read this and gone over it in detail with your attorney? Mr. Hill, your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering into this, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, waiving some other valuable legal rights.
Yes, sir.
And are you entering this freely and voluntarily? Anybody threaten or force you to get you to enter into this?
No, sir.
You have had all your legal questions answered by your attorney.
Yes, sir.
State?
This is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Hill. I'm gonna accept this plea agreement here today. Very serious charges. You understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand.
And the trick out of this is, there's a withhold of adjudication. You're not pleading guilty. But if you violate the terms of this probation, they'll come back and they'll try and adjudicate you guilty. This is a 30-year max. So you got that hanging over your head, you know that? 30 years. This charge, 1-year charges. What people don't understand, I understand the attraction of the firearms and all that. I understand it makes you very powerful. You do a commission of a crime with a firearm in this state, 2 things. One, you're going to be in big trouble. You're liable to be on the receiving end of it because we got more guns in this county than any county in the state of Florida. Okay? But you need to stay away from it. I mean, that's why I asked you how old you were. You got a chance right here. You need to take this one seriously. You need to go, you and your probation officer need to be best friends. And I mean that by not trying to be cute. I guess I'm not trying to be cute, but I'm saying be in contact with your probation officer. They, don't make them have to chase you down, find out, and be late for a appointment. This is your chance, okay? But a lot of people enter into these plea agreements, they're all happy, they get out of jail. Okay, I get it, I get why they sign them. But 50% of these that come back on probation come back into court. And this one, because of the severity of the crime charged, okay, you're not pleading to a lesser included. You're not pleading to some lower level thing. But they're letting you off with 1 year community control followed by 3 years of probation. Again, not really easy, because it kind of wears on you. You got all that supervision all the time. You got to check in. It's a pain in the ass. First year is community control. I don't even like community control in that term. The better term is house arrest. That's what that is. No curfew. Can't stay out at night. You got to be at the house unless you're working or going to school. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir. I understand fully.
Okay. I want to be clear about one thing. When we enter into these things, particularly with young people like yourself, we want you to be successful. It don't always seem like the system wants you to be successful. We want you to be successful. We got plenty of people in the jail, don't we? More than enough people. We got too damn many people in the jail. don't need another one, particularly a young man who's got a full life. You gotta make that choice this time. Because this is and I'm gonna keep emphasizing, this is a very serious crime being charged. Okay? So the court's gonna accept this plea, there'll be a withhold of adjudication, that's big. You're not a convicted felon. Amazing one, surprised they give that to you as an option. You're sentenced to 1 year community control, that's a type of probation, followed by 3 years of regular probation. So it's a total of 4. You have standard fees and costs that you gotta pay while you're on probation. You must obtain a GED or complete 100 hours of community service within the first 2 years of supervision. How close are you on your GED?
I'm in the process of looking for a place to where I can go to study.
I've spoken to his mother and his grandmother at length. They're gonna assist him in doing that.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times these GEDs, you know, it's like, you know, people think it's an easy way to get a high school diploma. In reality, they made GED like harder than high school. So you gotta really, you know, gotta take it seriously in order to get it. You can do that, it's an important thing if you get that before you get off on probation. No trespass at the Shell Station at Miracle Strip Parkway. Complete anti-theft course. Maintain employment, 2 job applications a week. So, how does this work if he's going to school, you know, actually attending classes for his GED? Would that qualify for the maintaining employment?
For probation, it does, Your Honor.
Okay. So you just need to work with probation. That's another reason. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, coordinate with them. They got a little leeway. They can do things. If you work with them, they'll be more likely to try and reach out and help you. Okay? You know, there's an old saying, God helps those who help themselves. There's a lot of truth to it. You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
You have 30 days to appeal this.
Can you please specify the sentence for count 2, it's a first degree misdemeanor?
Your Honor, that would be a year of probation to run concurrent. I apologize.
Thank you very much. Thank you, doesn't change your overall sentence, but you actually have 2 charges. So they're giving you probation for a year on that other charge. It'll run together with yours.
That's the only change.
You're good.
Judge, this person, the next person is Jason Hudson, number 49 on the docket. Before the court on 24 CF 203. Judge, we had set this for status. Anticipated that he pleaded the drug court last week. However, they procedurally they do 1 session, that's an observation period, and this week is actually the week that he'll be pleading in. So this Wednesday he'll plead in. If I can just, for status, if I can just continue the cycle, Judge, this should fall off the docket.
We'll continue until 10/16. Will he get out? Will he get out of jail?
Yes,
That'll
they'll,
be 10/14.
hopefully this case.
Okay. We'll continue with Judge Rudy Harper on behalf of Mr. Knights. This time he's going to withdraw his previous fingerprint and issue plea no contest. In 23 CF 704, count 1 will be dismissed. He'll be pleading as charged to the remaining counts. In 23 CF 151, this will be a plea to a lesser included offense, possession of a controlled substance. In count 1,
this is a non-department festival with this account pursuant to negotiated plea. And we have no file switches, right?
That's correct, and that is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I know the answer to this, but I need to ask you, the sentence, the 5 years of probation along with the other stuff, is that for each of the counts?
Yes, Judge, it's concurrent.
Yeah, but you gotta say this for each of the count, you just listed it in, as a general. It's gotta be for each count, and then they're all run concurrent. I think, if that's the way you all instruction, is that right, State?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So what I wrote is that it's concurrent on each felony count.
It's concurrent.
Yeah.
Right.
That's correct.
So, Mr. Knight, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement,
Yes, sir.
and I see that you've signed the written plea agreement that contains the same plea agreement. Have you read this closely, this plea agreement, and gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had all your legal questions answered about it?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that by entering into this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable legal rights.
Yes, Your
The
Honor.
right to force the state to prove their case beyond a doubt. This will be a final resolution of this case. Is that what you're intending here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are entering this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, as to count 1 of 23 CF 704, which is the life felony, the state is dismissing that count 1. The remaining counts are all charged as pled. In 23 CF 151, the defendant is pleading to the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance. In count 1 of 1515, the trafficking case is reduced to possession of a controlled substance. And for each of these counts, in both of the cases, you're being sentenced to, first of all, there's an adjudication of guilt, 5 years of probation as to each felony count, but they will be served concurrent, same time. So you got a lot of counts, they're all being served at the same time. You got a number of other issues, complete Phoenix House, including any aftercare. This is bars to bed, so you got to make sure and go directly there. No contact with Jamie Wiggins and Stephen Rogers. Complete 100 hours of community service. Maintain employment after a Phoenix House or 3 job applications. You will get credit for all time served as to 23 CF 704 count 2 and 23 CF 1515 count 5. One thing I'm going to say, I'm sure the attorneys expressed this to me. This is obviously, it's a good deal. You're getting out on probation, you're going to be able to go to Phoenix House. But because of the nature of these charges, these are very serious charges, if you violate this, they're going to jump on you with both feet.
Yes, sir.
I'm just telling you straight away. Okay, you got your chance, take advantage of it. Fight every day, one day at a time, get up in the morning and fight through it.
Yes, sir.
Because if you violate it, these charges you've got, I mean, they reduce, they dismiss the life charge. But
they reduced the 30-year charge to 15, and you got another 50. You got two 15-year charges. You have those serious charges, and you end up, the score sheet, which you've seen, you know, they walked it through, score sheet lights up with those serious charges, okay? Any questions?
No, I just got a statement. You're speaking upon that, and I've been in the ECLC program since it started, and that's what has led me to change my life. I got 9 kids, sir, so and my kids are taken care of by me, and their mothers are doing the bare minimum for them, and I've been in here for over a year now, so I have no choice but to give my life to God and change in that direction for them. I'm not even doing this for myself anymore. I've grown old and tired of the lifestyle I used to live, and I just need a new direction in my life and change, and so that's what I'm focusing on.
Sometimes you got to hit bottom before you go the other direction.
Absolutely.
That's a great program, and I know it's changed a lot of people, and I believe in the power of change. And
Yes, sir.
sometimes it takes a miracle.
Absolutely.
It can happen, but if you got, and also, you know, I think it helps that you've got your children out there that are, you know, that you are trying to live for. It's, that's the thing about being a parent. It forces you to be less selfish.
Absolutely.
It doesn't make you less, it doesn't make you we're all still selfish, but it makes us less so, particularly when you got a bunch of them.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Mason, you want to do the last thing before we go, or come back after lunch? It's up to you.
Your Honor, it seems like we'll come back after lunch. Right?
Okay,
Yes, I have to.
Yes, Your Honor, I appreciate the opportunity.
it's all right. All right, I understand you had some issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll break, come back at 1:30.
Thank you.